My name is Harris Sokoloff. My formal reason for being here is that I am the Pennsylvania State Coordinator for the Regional Educational Lab Mid-Atlantic, which is one of 10 educational labs funded by the federal government through the Institute for Education Sciences. And the reason I'm a late entry is because, at least at my table, about half the people knew and half the people didn't know what the Regional Educational Lab is and what it does. So I'm going to give a 2-minute overview, and I promise not much longer. So the Regional Educational Lab is, there are 10 of them around the country. The Mid-Atlantic region is District of Columbia, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. And there are 10 of them around the country. They're 5-year contracts to do work in certain areas. One way I describe it, and Teresa, don't kill me if it sounds, but one way I describe it is, the contract is to sell a pig in a poke, which is to say we know what the shape of the poke is, but every year we have to come up with research and projects that define what the pig looks like for that year. That's a sort of a rural definition of what the RELs is. The poke is basically sort of what are called research alliances. Research alliances are practitioners at the state, local, and intermediate, in Pennsylvania, intermediate unit level, who come together around specific research areas. And there are now 8 of them in the region, in the Mid-Atlantic REL. If you would like a list of the work of all 8, on your way out sometime today, talk to one of the people out there, and they have these descriptions, these packets of descriptions of the research alliances. There are 8 of them, and I'm going to go through this because it makes it easier for me. One of them is on early childhood education. The second one is on historically black colleges and universities college completion. Then there is a longitudinal data use research alliance, principal effectiveness research alliance, professional learning research alliance, teacher effectiveness research alliance, rural student college readiness research alliance, professional learning, teacher effectiveness, principal effectiveness, rural education, early childhood ed. Did I get all of them? Oh, so I'm sorry. School completion and engagement research alliance. And in one way or another, almost all of them are represented in the work you're going to be doing today, except I think the rural education one and maybe the historically black college and universities completion rate. But all the six others are all represented in the program today. We are in the 3rd year of a 5-year contract. The research alliances are one of the major strands. Another major strand has to do with technical assistance, and then another one has to do with dissemination. I think those are the ones that are of main concern for us here today. Today's event really is for me, it's a really incredible way of exemplifying the work of the REL. The technical assistance things we do, they include what are called bridge events. And a bridge event is, it bridges research and practice, where the research is mostly focused on the work of the practice guides that were developed by the Institute for Education Sciences in a number of areas. And I'm going to talk about the swag you got at your table really quickly. So on your table you got a pen. That pen has, as part of it, a flash drive. On the flash drive is loaded every one of the practice guides that are approved by the Institute for Education Sciences. It also has the book that you got, the program that you have today, so you've got it both in hard copy and electronic form. Those research guides are incredibly powerful because they cite the research in the field, how strong it is, how weak it is, and how well it translates into practice, and then talks about ways of translating that research into practice. And that's one of the kinds of things that REL does, is create these sort of bridge events. And I think today is actually a kind of bridge event. It's not based on one of the practice guides, but it really is designed to bridge researchers and practitioners in a way that's pulled by the practitioners rather than driven by the research. So I think it's a really interesting way of doing it.